This is terrifying. This literally, I have goosebumps on my arm. This is just even hearing the sounds of those blasts is beyond terrifying to me. What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video today. Once again, yes, my voice is a little raspy, I do apologize, but today we are going to take a look at actually a very, very serious video. It unfortunately involves football. It involves a friendly between France and Germany. I don't remember this incident, and I really wish I did a bit more. The Paris Massacre Stadium blast, I think at the time it must have been just one of those situations, especially here in the US, that there wasn't a ton of press for, but it was just, I mean, it's terror at football, and it's beyond unfortunate. It's beyond the game. It's human lives being risked for what? Was it the suicide bombing? No, obviously there's going to be a limited restriction for ads for just even me saying that, but I mean, we'll keep it real as to what it is. I believe it was a suicide bombing at a friendly between France and Germany, and I guess I probably should have done a bit more of my research before we got into this video. However, we found this news video for it, and I felt like this would be my first time taking a look at it. I would like to, give them their 2 minutes 30 seconds to try and do it justice, and maybe then go to you guys, and you guys can maybe fill me in on the things that I don't know, or the things that developed after they put this story out. So, it was 5 years ago. I hope that nobody was injured. I'm hoping that nobody was injured, which I guess we're going to listen to and find out. But if there is, may they rest in peace. But yeah, let's get into the video. As all guys, you can find the original video down in the description below or on the Channel 4 news story. I think it's a British publication, but yeah.
It was a friendly, but at the game's 17th minute, suicide bombers blew the whistle on normality. They thought it was a fan's flare, played on, oblivious to what in hindsight was the opening salvo in what the French president would later call war. Minutes later, there was a second.
Oh my
By
God.
half-time, President Hollande had been whisked away, and towards the end of the game, it started to dawn. People rushed onto the pitch, huddling together, waiting for information.
This is terrifying. This literally, I have goosebumps on my arm. This is just even hearing the sounds of those blasts is beyond terrifying to me. Jesus Christ. What? I mean, like, they hear that, so they really thought flares could cause those large of sounds? Like, there was no shake to the stadium, there was nothing? Like, were fans not worried by any of this? Or I guess you don't really have like a cause for panic, and obviously there's thousands of fans in the stadium for France versus Germany, but I just need a second to This blows my mind that there was no like immediate panic or confusion. I guess because a lot of people don't hear bombs going off at football games. That's not something you have to worry about. It's not something you ever would have to worry about.
Then, one of the defining moments of the last 24 hours. They marched out of the tunnels, singing the French national anthem.
Wow, that's actually really beautiful.
As they left, what was happening came into focus and panic.
There was a lot of confusion inside the stadium. A very frightening crowd crush happened with people on the ground. So it's true there was an affecting atmosphere.
Everybody started to panic. It all happened quickly, and now it's impossible to go back home. The trains are packed, there are people everywhere, and it's a big mess in Paris.
There were at least 3 bombers. One, it's believed, had a ticket to the game, but was confronted by security during a search and detonated it outside.
Oh my God.
And though there are reports of members of the public being killed here, no official confirmation as of yet. This is the Parisian equivalent.
So security actually did their job and saved people. They stopped these guys from getting into the stadium. They said one bomber at least had a ticket, and security noticed it, and so he just detonated it. That man risked his life to save the thousands of people that were probably in that stadium, or the hundreds that would have been impacted immediately. Wow. I don't get it. Why? Like, what? There's literally no human element or reasoning behind why you would do such a thing like that. It absolutely baffles me. It's oh my god. What are people think? They don't think. That's the thing, is they don't think, they don't care. It's just human harm. It's terrifying to think of.
To Wembley Way, and some small silver lining. If this bomb had gone off before the game started, these streets would have been thronged with 80,000
fans.
On their way to the game. This cordoned off street where one of those suicide bombs went off, police confirmed they'd recovered an Egyptian and a Syrian passport from the remains. The only clue now, a heavy police presence, and there's blood on the walls.
My God.
The real damage, of course, to families, to loved ones. The more existential assault to culture, to football.
I mean, yeah.
Things that bring people together.
Things that bring people together. The people in France were just putting it on the line. An Egyptian and a Syrian Wow. I hate that this is my first time seeing. I feel like I heard of the Stade de France attack, but I don't think I ever actually took the time to do my research in it or to even to do anything about it. And for that I apologize. For that I fully apologize. And we're gonna go back to the top of the story just so I can just listen to the sounds. And the thing is, like, these things went off and the fans did not even know what was happening. They had no clue. The players didn't even. You can see the worry on Patrice Evra's face. He's like, that's not normal. That's not normal in the slightest. That's a little tricky.
It was a friendly, but at the game's 17th minute,
bro, like that. Just even hearing that sound just terrifies me. Oh God, no.
the bombers blew the whistle on normality.
And they kept playing.
The fans' flair played on, oblivious to what in hindsight was the opening salvo in what the French president would later call war. Minutes later,
the French president was there.
By half-time, President Hollande had been whisked away, and towards the end of the game, it started to dawn. People rushed onto the pitch, huddling together.
Because they didn't know what the hell was about to happen. They had like that. Isn't that?
Then, one of the
this
defining
moment
moments of the last 24 hours. They marched out of the tunnels, singing the French national anthem.
I mean, fans that literally have no clue what's about to happen to them. They have no clue what's going on outside. They don't know if they walk outside, if they're going to be in trouble. They don't know if they stay in the stadium or stay in their seats, if they're going to be in trouble. That's terrifying to me. That I can understand why you have that image of the girl crying in, I don't know, her father's arms or her man's arms. I don't know. But I mean, the only person that really knew what was going on was the French president. And he was gone. They got him out of there ASAP. Oh God. Okay, well, I hope that, I mean, I don't know if anybody actually got hurt in this. I really hope it's not something that was long term, or people who actually lost their loved ones, or I mean the loved ones of the security guard or whoever was involved outside of the stadium. I hate that this is the way that I had to figure out about this, was literally from a comment from a different video, from a different France video, from the French versus Dortmund fans video that I did nearly a year ago. I hate that I had to see that, but let me know what you guys think or remember, or even your experiences, maybe if you were there at the Stade de France on this day. Let me know what you guys thought or feel, or even currently feel about this situation. I know it says that this video is 5 years old, so obviously this was back in 2016, back when there was a different French president and a whole different, aura around France football and a whole different situation in the world. 2016's world is a lot different than 2021's world, and it's so weird to think about today. But I hope you guys are well, hope you guys are safe, and yeah, I hope to hear from you guys soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.